This RefWorks training session will cover ways to organize your references into folders, including sharing folders with other researchers. When references first come into RefWorks, they appear in the Last Imported folder, sorted by the date they were imported. You can also look at everything in the All Documents folder, which you can sort in several different ways. But to see references that aren't yet in folders, select the My Folders group and then choose the folder called Not in Folder. To create a new folder, click Add a Folder and give the folder a name. You might create a folder for a class or a subject, but probably the most helpful folder would be one for a particular research paper, so that all the references used by that paper will be in one folder. You can even create a folder within a folder by using the More Options link. Perhaps a top-level folder would be for a class, and subfolders for different research papers for that class. By default, folders are sorted in the order you create them, but you can easily drag and drop the folders to move them into an order that makes more sense for you. Now you can drag and drop references into whatever folder you want. You could also select several references and then in the top toolbar select Assign to Folder and pick the folder. Notice that using this tool allows you to assign a reference to more than one folder. Folders can also be shared with other people, so that you all can work with the references. There are a couple of ways to do this, but one way is to open the Sharing section on the left side and click Share a Folder. With the drop-down menu, choose the folder you want to share. Then you need to decide who will have access to this folder. Click Settings for and choose either to invite people to access the folder or allow anyone within your organization to join the folder. Be careful with this second choice. Anyone at your organization will be able to see the references in this folder. If you choose to give access only to invited people, add their email addresses in the Shared With section, and indicate whether they have permission to just read the contents of the folder or annotate references, or modify, which includes adding, editing, and deleting references. Those invited people will get an email about the shared folder, and in RefWorks, in the Sharing section, they will see the new folder and can accept the sharing invitation. The public URL is a way to allow people to see the references in this folder even if they don't have a RefWorks account at your institution. Just send them this URL, and they'll see the references within this folder, although they can't modify or even annotate them. If you ever need to stop sharing this folder with those people who don't have RefWorks, click Remove URL. To stop sharing with people in your institution, click Unshare Folder at the bottom of the Sharing Settings pop-up. By the way, folders that have been created by other people in your institution and available to be shared with you can be found in the Sharing section as well. If you want to request access to share someone else's folder, click Folders at your institution, then find the folder you want on the list, and click Join on the right side. And those are some ways to organize your references with folders in RefWorks.